Yo gang, welcome to the Breet pod where we discuss crypto, lifestyle, money, Afroculture, and everything in between. The Breet pod is sponsored by the Breet app, your number one OTC trading platform in Africa. Breet is fast, simple, and the best, very easy to use. So download the Breet app now and start trading. The topic for today is quite an interesting one, and I have interesting guests with me. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Kagan. I am the Nigerian tech content creator, and I'm happy to be here.
My name is Voz and I'm happy to be here.
All right. Today we're discussing P2P trading, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you open your phone and log into Twitter,
right,
you see people yapping, complaining. Every day.
Of course.
It's like a daily ritual at this point. People are just complaining. P2P, someone scammed me, someone took my money, someone ran away with my money, and
sharp.
And nobody's here to respond or to answer my calls. And the interesting thing is, despite these complaints, people go back there every day.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, it feels like that. People go back to P2P every single day to make these complaints, and so it makes me wonder, or it makes us wonder. Let me say it makes us wonder because we did a research. Breet, we did this research recently on P2P trading and why people engage a lot in P2P trading and the general experience around it. So we found a lot of things actually.
Okay.
And it makes me, before I go into the findings, I just want to go back to the intent behind P2P.
Right.
P2P started around, I think, or got popular. Let me not say started. It got popular around, I think, 2021 when there was a ban on crypto transactions.
This is true.
Crypto transactions on phones, so we could not directly sell from maybe Binance to the bank and everything. So this came in around that time, and everybody had no choice. It had to be P2P or almost.
Or you get banned,
almost nothing. So, and even if you get a crypto narrative in your account gets
frozen. I remember.
So since 2021, this is 2025.
Right.
So, and people have had series of complaints from the likes of all the platforms, like you can name it. There are like about 10 platforms.
You can't say their names. Nobody's going to.
Yeah, of course. You have, from the OG, Binance, Paxful, every single one.
Now Bybit.
Yeah.
Say it. Nobody can beat you.
And now Bybit, the biggest, currently now. So,
at the moment, yes.
So, why do you think till now P2P has remained that big despite the complaints? Every single day, like I said.
They don't have a choice. I understand that there's alternatives to P2P now, right? There's a lot of apps like Breet, Quidax. There's so many that you could use for instant swaps and things like that. But a lot of people, again, minus limited knowledge, which is what worries a lot of people, a lack of knowledge, not knowing that there's alternatives. That's one. And then the other thing is that something that is familiar, right? Bybit is really big, for example. And I know that no matter what goes wrong, recently they were hacked and then they lost a lot of money.
That was in February, I guess.
Right. And they're still fine now. How many crypto platforms do you know that could be hacked for that kind of money and they'll still be breathing today? So that kind of trust over so many years is why a lot of people are still kind of stuck doing business there, right? But if only people knew that, okay, there's another way I can do this and, just straight up use an instant swap on another application and I can have my money in my bank account too without having to worry about maybe my account getting frozen or banned or anything like that, I'm sure they would use it. So the messaging to solve that problem, I think, should be around more publicity for alternatives and getting the alternatives in front of people.
That makes sense because aside the, what's it called now? Aside the, you mentioned something, aside the fact that they don't have options, people don't have this knowledge.
They don't have the knowledge.
Some people actually do not know, because some people, the experience on P2P platforms is, how would I put it now, is generally, I think if you've traded on P2P enough, you would have at least 2 to 5 times. Let's even say you don't encounter the bad experiences. You would have seen someone come up with, bro, I beg, help me out for money.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing about that. I'm probably one of the only people who I know who P2P every single day.
Oh, okay.
So when I wake up in the morning, 5 a.m., I P2P. The expenses I'm going to do during the day, I don't keep Naira, right?
Okay.
So that's kind of how I do my day-to-day business and stuff. Now, That said, in all my years of doing P2P, I've only maybe encountered fraudsters or scammers like 5 times. And that is because I follow best practices. A lot of people do not follow the best practices, mostly because they are trying to, maybe they are greedy. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
So you know that today the Naira is trading for 1,460. You see somebody set their own price to 1,495. That's the person you want to trade with because you're thinking Opeo, you know? And then that's your Opeo is the reason why your money disappears, right? Little things like that, like, you know, customer greed and is why people still get scammed. And then there's also the problem, and I've complained about this directly to platforms like Bybit, because I was a Bybit ambassador for almost 2 years, right? When customers complain, don't just give them a robot answer and then abandon the chat. Go a step further. It won't take you 5 minutes to look at the facts of the transaction and credit who should be credited their money instead of just holding on to people's monies irresponsibly. And when I saw that, okay, I've talked and nothing is being done, I removed myself from that situation. And I started to talk about alternatives to P2P. Like if you go on my page now, the last few videos I've made about the subject have been avoid P2P scams, use quick, you know, swaps. Just swap your money directly with an application that can actually do that for you. And just stop letting people, because again, I hate to be this guy because I'm Nigerian myself, but in my experience, every opportunity that another fellow Nigerian has to steal from you, they will take it.
Yeah, for sure.
We complain about the government all the time. We complain about, but even the people are a problem. And we see this stuff every day.
And also, I think we have that persistent problem because the P2P platforms gives the sellers power.
A lot of power. Yes,
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that. Because if a seller is doing a P2P transaction with you, for example, and they hold your money or they're trying to scam you, they can leave that transaction and do transactions with me, do transactions with him, do transactions with him.
So
that should not be the case.
And
Because
they don't care.
if you have a pending issue, your account needs to be frozen until that issue is sorted.
It's solved, yeah.
Because my life is frozen now because you're holding my $5,000. It makes no
I
sense.
can't spend money. I can't do anything.
It makes absolutely no sense. And another thing I've noticed with these P2P scammers is it's usually when you want to do larger transactions or you're in a bit of a hurry that they try to scam you.
Yes.
So on the days when I'm only doing $300 P2P, nobody scams me. It's all good. The moment I want to do $5,000 at once, voila, don't they?
Like immediately you
Even the one
itself.
that, like even after following all the best practices and trying to make sure I only trade with verified vendors and I check their trading history and I make sure their success rate is over 95%, all the normal stuff I usually do, something still goes wrong.
I was going to mention that because you mentioned initially following best practice and everything.
Yes.
And there was a particular trade. This is my personal experience. I mean, I'll show you the screenshots. So this guy, this was during my research. I've actually seen cases like this in the past. Not a case of where someone is trying to maybe the rate is the going rate is this, and I'm trying to look for something a lot higher. So this particular guy, I opened the trade with him obviously, and when I opened the trade, it was like, oh, I don't pay complete. It was in his terms and conditions.
But you didn't see the terms and
No,
conditions?
I saw it. I always read it.
Okay.
I always read because I know that these guys can be very funny. Because there are some that will tell you, oh, I don't pay to these certain banks. I don't do this. I don't do that. They
I think
have
I've seen that as well.
Terms
Yeah,
and
terms and
conditions.
conditions.
Terms and conditions, rather. So I opened his terms and conditions. I saw, I don't pay complete. I just replied immediately. Don't pay complete. Azal.
And you know,
beg,
So
cancel
like
the
maybe
trade.
you remove 2K or
and
something.
Exactly.
And you know the funniest thing is once you enter that trade, the guy marks it as paid. So
Yes.
you can't cancel the trade.
Most of
anymore.
them do that. When they know they want to scam you of something, they will quickly mark it as paid so you can't cancel or you can't leave the trade. So it's like
You are now
I've paid-
stuck.
Yeah, do you understand? You're kind of stuck. So if you don't accept their terms,
they
you don't
delay-
get nothing.
they
They just
delay
delay you
you.
for days.
So eventually, let me continue the story. So eventually, he said, let me read this for you. Hold on. Just give me a couple of seconds. So he said, I don't pay complete. And I said, Azal now. It was now like, bro, please, this Bybit takes money.
Oh yes, I've seen those stuff.
But is that thing real?
No, it's not only is it a lie, it's a way to just fleece you off some money. Like they do it quite often.
Because I wonder if Bybit takes money, you're supposed to factor it into your trading
Your rates.
No, of course.
I mean-
So you make profit.
No,
You're not supposed to take it off.
But it has been factored in. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're just trying to fleece you for more money. That too in itself, they don't consider it a scam, but it is. I did a trade a couple of weeks ago where I didn't read terms and conditions because I have checked all the best practices. Reading their terms is not my business. As long as you're verified, you have over 95%, and you have good reviews. I'll just do the trade. It was like 200 USDT, not a lot. Then, I did all my stuff, entered my Google authentication code, everything, waiting for payment. Guy said, he just texted me, it's like, oh, did you read my terms? Then I went and opened the terms and I saw, and then he said, for transactions between 1,000 and 10,000, I remove 500 naira. Transactions between 10,000 and 50,000, I remove 2,000 naira. Transaction between 50 and 200,000, I remove 5,000 naira. Yes, he wrote everything there.
I have exactly that kind of
Oh, yeah, you do?
Yes.
So, he wrote everything there. And then it was time for me to respond because he was about to tell me that I wasn't going to pay complete. I didn't want to shout because I wasn't in the mood. I was in a hurry, getting ready to get in my car and leave for work, right? I needed that money to buy fuel. I just went to his page. I checked his real name. I can't remember what the name was. Maybe it was Adedeji or something. I was like, Adedeji, you don't want to try me today. I just said that. He canceled the trade himself and said, next time, read terms and conditions. I think he went and read my reviews because, again, I do P2P every day. When you see the bulk of my account is quite prominent, you have to know that, okay, you should be scared of this person if you try to hold their money. So he checked that and then he just responded, gave me my money back, and then he left. And I respected him for doing that because it will have been trouble. I will have gone, it may have been 100 USDT or maybe just 5K wants to remove, but I'll have gone above and beyond. I'll have texted the head of Bybit Africa. I'll have texted their CEO if I had his number to make sure that they take his account. Yes, I can be very vengeful because what do you mean by if you do a transaction with me, you remove 5,000 naira from my money? Why? In itself, that is a scam. But that person doesn't think or doesn't know that he's a scammer.
Because it's telling you about it, yeah. Also, absolutely. Also, you said you don't read terms and conditions. I don't. So how do you deal with people that ask
for... the platform has its own rules, and because I'm an ambassador, I know the rules of the platform, right? I know what is expected and what is normal. Anything outside the norm is abnormal, and if I report you will get in trouble.
Because from my research, we discovered that a lot of sellers like to harvest phone numbers before they.
Oh yes, no. So that one I don't have a problem with it. So what I did was I just had a phone number registered with somebody else that I don't even have access to, and that's the number I give them. If you want to call and scream after I give you a bad review, please feel free. Nobody's going to answer you. If you I check the WhatsApp on that number sometimes. I see the number of people that they've had to block because that person came to complain about a review. You started and opened a trade. I decided to sell to you. You decided to buy. Then you now come and tell me that, rate is moving, rate is changing.
Yeah.
You cannot pay the full amount. Help me come out something, boss. I'm like, no. After you pay me my money, I will give you a bad review because you're a thief. Yes, we had there's a legal agreement going on in place in real time. And you're trying to change it so that you can harvest some money from me. I'll give you the phone number. That's not an issue, right? A lot of people won't, but me, I will. If that is part of your...
Because you have an alternative phone number.
Yes, I will give you the phone number, but make my money shall complete. That's my own.
So there's this tweet. Let me read it out. It just says, Bybit P2P are the most annoying beggars.
They are.
I mean, look at this chart. Sorry, hold on. It says, all right, I said, which one is you don't pay completely? I said, okay, cancel my order.
You won't cancel. It will say it doesn't cancel.
Just read his response.
Hello, boss. Please, I'll be deducting 1K from the original amount. This is due to transaction fees just placed on advertisers for all orders. Please note that I am not imposing this on you. This is just my way of not running at a loss. Please, should I proceed?
That's emotional blackmail.
Yeah, he's trying to. There's another guy that
this one is not emotional blackmail enough. This one is still quite mild.
No, he continued.
It gets worse.
No, he continued. I said, no, don't deduct anything. Cancel the order. So he moved from 1,000 to say, oh yeah, please let me take 800.
Yes,
he moved from there. I said, not even 10 kobo was reduced from my money.
Thank you.
He said 500.
Did he pay the complete amount?
See, the only thing I would allow a P2P person remove is the kobo at the back of my money. And that's mostly because even, the CBN still flags transactions like that. Yeah. Why does your transaction have 35 kobo at the back? Why does it have 70 kobo? And why are you doing it every day? So I'm completely fine with you rounding it to the nearest zero, right? If it's like 3 naira, 5 naira, 10 naira, it's calm. You can't keep it. But when you start talking to me about fees and what?
I mean, there are some that even go as far as claiming that, Bybit says something 0.7. I don't even understand.
And see, this is one of the reasons why I like applications that have instant swap. I'm not talking to anybody. Nobody's emotionally blackmailed. Nobody is telling me that their child needs Cerelac, right? We're straight up just pressing a button, swapping the money, sending it to my account. Done.
I mean, you can read this. Just read the start of the
Boss, there's a deduction of fees imposed by the platform, and even everybody was just dragging rates online. Imagine working for the past 5 hours now, using 0.7 naira to buy coin. Then they come out charges on top of us, boss. For every trade, we can at the end of the day not earn 2K on top 5 million trades, I swear. Let me pay 212K, please. No, cancel the trade. Cancel try to understand me, please, boss. It's because of the
He keeps negotiating.
Imposed fee, boss. Let's pay 214K.
That's the way they keep negotiating. I mean,
he said you two will not work in vain. Oh, now it's prayers.
yeah. He said you will not work in vain.
Go work in vain.
He's now praying. You will not work in vain. I mean, you understand
but for this conversation, has it marked the trade as paid?
Yes.
I think he said pending coin release. He has
marked as paid, but he hasn't paid you.
You can see.
So they do that all the time. Immediately they open the thing, they mark it as so you can't cancel anymore.
They start wasting your time.
And another thing is, the reason why they are marking it as paid is because they want to have the response time. Bybit shows that that people respond in a certain amount of time. So they want to make it look like they pay quickly. So they just quickly mark as paid, even though they are still working on other people's payments. Then they'll make you wait 5-10 minutes before they actually get to you, make your payment, and then it looks like this person has 99% success rate. Yeah. This person pays very quickly.
Yeah, I think the success rate you mentioned, I think from our research, right, we found out that only traders with 100% success rates will not give you problem. So it doesn't matter.
That's not necessarily true. Okay, so let me give you a fine example. There was, I think I mentioned already that every day when I wake up, 5 a.m., I've done a P2P transaction. Sometimes somebody is online, right? And then they're doing trades, but it's 5 a.m., they're tired, so they sleep off. And then because they don't pay me quickly, it cancels, and then I have to trade with somebody else. That impacts their success rate.
Okay.
Yes, so that person may be at 90. So I have some favorites, right, that I trade with. But obviously, when I know it's important and I know the money is much, once it's over 2,000 USDT, you will never catch me on Bybit P2P. It's not possible. I would rather take my money somewhere where I can do an instant swap and have peace of mind. Because it's just, legitimately, they will frustrate you.
Yeah, they will.
And I'm speaking from experience, repeated experience. They will try to frustrate you.
Yeah. Someone was even saying, I think I was having this discussion with someone and he says, if you're experienced, you won't get scammed on Bybit P2P. While I agree with that you won't necessarily get scammed, but
they'll waste your time.
Yes, I agree to an extent, but they will waste your time. And one of the reasons why I get away with them not being able to waste my time is because I have access to people I can text, who can then text Bybit customer service to take it very seriously. One of our top traders is in this situation. Please fix it. Even on the weekend, they quickly do something about it. But then I had to ask my handler at the point. I was like, what if I didn't have access to you? So
I mean, this is a privilege.
I'm basically going to be like all these stories I see on Twitter where people are tagging me, telling me that your platform is scamming and stealing from them. I'll have just been completely helpless. $5,000 that you don't know if it's car I want you to buy. Maybe I don't have car.
Have someone in the hospital.
Do you understand? You don't know. Maybe I'm trying to pay school fees. You don't know. And that money could have just been stuck for weeks and nobody would do anything about it. Why? Because your customer service doesn't respond. And then they tried to come up with something at some point where they employed 2 more staff and then they gave me those people's Telegram handles directly and said, if anybody in my community, because I have a Telegram community of about 62,000 people who trade, I give them signals. And they're like, if anybody in my community has a problem with P2P, that, I can always just forward the complaint to those people. After a while, those people just stopped responding because the frustration was too much. Imagine every day, make 100 people disturb
exactly.
you.
You have to
imagine every day. You get tired of it. And I completely understand it. So at the end of the day, there's only one direct solution: educating more people and letting them know that there's other options to P2P. Again, a lot of people are going to call me out for this. I'm ready for it. There's nothing you can do. You cannot beat me. But ultimately, if there's an instant swap option and the prices are the same, right? Competitive, plus or minus 50 kobo, right? I see no reason why anybody should still be doing P2P because they will eventually scam you. Maybe not today, but someday it's coming.
Or waste your time.
It's coming. Yes, or waste your time.
So I wanted to mention something when you mentioned reviews last time. Talking about how, these traders and reviews going 100%, 95%. There are ways these guys try to game the system.
Yes, I see it. Even in the terms and conditions, leave positive review is there.
Yes.
Not even that. So these guys, they will tell you point blank, I don't cancel. So when you cancel from your end, it doesn't go as cancellation from their end. So they have a high completion
yes.
So you imagine someone, the trader I showed you had about 98% or 97%. for
Yet he was doing that.
Yes, he was doing that. So these people he refused to, and funny enough, he refused to cancel the order.
I have a question. Do you only trade with verified, like, P2P traders?
I've seen verified, yeah.
You've seen, or you only trade with them?
No, sometimes I don't trade with them.
Okay, so I only trade with verified. That is one of the best practices. It's the first thing. You swipe down, you select verified, you select block traders. Like, it's one of the first things I do. That helps you reduce this type of
thing, because many times when I'm trading higher amounts, I use verified because I don't want to. But if it's a smaller amount,
that's another thing that you need to pay attention to, right? Verified institution, chances that they will frustrate you are very, very low. But if you decide you're trying to look for the best prices and all that, anything your eyes see,
you take it like that.
Because
let me read this tweet. It says, normalize using bad review to deal with cheats on Bybit or any P2P.
The bad reviews you drop, they too will now review you bad to make your account look bad. Then they'll come on WhatsApp and try to harass you.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. It's like a prophet. Because this is what I want to show you. So this guy, after tweeting this, normalize using bad reviews to deal with cheats on Bybit or any P2P platform. Then someone came, like the P2P vendor who he gave the bad review, who tried to scam him, obviously, who tried to pay less money than agreed. He came and he said, okay, you can see it.
Delete this, please delete. Because Bybit changes fees. I see, this is not even bad. I've had worse. Like, I can show you on that WhatsApp that I said, where a trader used 4 different WhatsApp accounts to try to harass. And each time we just block without responding.
4?
And then, yes, 4 different. Like, the first one, blocked. Came again. Same morning, blocked. Came again, blocked. Came again. When he saw that it wasn't being heard and his emotions were not being validated, he then decided to go to Bybit and drop his own bad review on my account. Like, that would mean anything.
I mean, one of our testers had the same experience and it was even worse. It was not even on Bybit, it was on BitGet.
Oh, okay.
So BitGet P2P is one of the blossoming P2Ps currently now in Nigeria. So he tried this transaction there and the trader just removed 1,000 there's no terms and conditions. So we tried this with...
Oh no, but see, that's not even the worst scam. I don't think you guys have experienced the actual OG Obonge scam. I can teach you live and direct. If you want to learn. Do you know what I'm about to say?
The ones that are fake payment receipts.
No, that's not even the worst.
What you're talking about. The ones that will open, that will pay, make us pay, then go and start the disputes themselves.
Absolutely not. It's even worse. So think about this. You do a transaction for 1,000 USDT. That's supposed to be 1.46 million naira. And that person will send 1,460 and send the screenshot and paid. If you don't look well, if you don't go to your account and confirm the amount, you see the thing, you see the alert coming, you think it's the amount, and you don't actually cross-check on your account, you just
the 2 zeros
release. Yes, you just release, that's the end.
Something similar has happened to me.
It has happened to me. That's why I know it. I saw it. And then I bossed the guy, I was like, Azal. That's what I said. I was like, Azal, bro. I said, sorry, boss, not mistake. I know Sam well.
It was just testing your eyes.
Really, bro? Really?
It was testing
like, they're allowed to come in. You think it's real. And then 2 zeros are missing. And also, if you're not paying attention, you might think the 2 zeros in the kobo.
Yeah, you know, it's 0.00 for, especially if you're using
the one that happened to me was quite similar. So this one was not a removal of the zeros. So it was like, say the amount was 212. Let's say for just example, I can't remember the amount now. Let's say the amount was 212,000. So 221,000 rather.
Right.
So the person just sends 212,000. You know, your eyes can deceive you.
Yeah, you take the numbers.
I almost did not see it. I already copied code to
go and paste. Yeah, there's in a day, they'll claim it's a mistake, but in a day, they probably get away with a few of those.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they get away with a lot.
That's a lot of money.
And that's why I make sure to always
even the verified, even the vendors that you should be trusting on the platform, that the platform thinks you should trust, many of them they're just doing fraud.
So this went on for hours, So there was a particular incident I had when Paxful was still Paxful. So this trader refused to pay, refused to respond. There are those that just ghost. They just ghost you and don't say anything. Refused to pay, refused to respond. And I sent it to dispute. And this is one of the things I want to discuss. Like you said, their customer service. Customer service is almost inexistent on this.
Again, it feels like we're picking a lot at Bybit, but I want to point something out. Bybit wasn't the biggest before.
Yeah.
It was Binance.
Yeah.
I used Binance for a very long time. Now, the reason why Binance went We all saw it televised. I don't want to talk about that, right? But what then happened after Binance left was that a lot of those people then migrated to Bybit's platform. So even the bad eggs they already had, now multiply it
on.
Yeah.
So that is to say
that's all those people now came.
So that is to say all of these problems we're having with P2P is not really about the system, but the people.
It's the people, yes.
Yeah, like
it's my brothers and sisters, fellow Nigerians. It's the people.
Yeah, your fellow Nigerians are out to get you.
Always have that mindset. Every conversation, and it's even worse. And I'm not even talking about P2P anymore now. It's even worse when you're like a public figure and somebody people like look up to and some people respect. Every conversation you have, always know that somebody might be trying to use that opportunity to chase clout, to use you to score some cheap points on Twitter. Like every chance people get, they just want to try and take something from the other person. And it's so weird. You know, I didn't grow up expecting people to be that way. The way I was raised, I expected people to have goodness in their heart until proven otherwise. Now, I actively go into everything, suspicious of everyone, which is not healthy.
Yeah, it's
like
suspicious of everyone. And then we'll sit on the internet complaining about the politicians and the president and Nigeria and the situation of things and the economy. And then I realized that almost all the people complaining, if they had the opportunity to do
they'll do the same.
They will do far worse.
Yeah, they'll do the same.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a systemic issue, or it's not even systemic at this point. It's like cultural.
Welcome to Nigeria. It's insane.
Still talking about support on these platforms. Like I said, most of the complaints you will see online, it's not like Bybit is bad, because even in our research, Bybit is still one of the fastest,
right,
in this P2P.
Of course,
there are ones that are way worse. I mean, being X, which is like up and coming in Nigeria, was the worst.
I don't see if it's not Bybit. Count me out.
So it's like the absolute worst. We tried BingX, we tried No Ones, we tried BitGet, and one other one. I can't remember the last one.
BingX. I think,
and then there are some traders that are on Telegram. Sure. Those ones are probably the most. Those ones are the most notorious.
Active.
They will ruin you. They will wipe you clean.
I'm active.
They will send you back to your village. You do not do business with those people.
So I mean, why do some people try to do business? Is it that they trust them so much, or they are scared of technology, or they are tech averse?
They're not tech averse. They just don't know. Like I said, it's knowledge. I have the knowledge. So now when I have an important transaction, I don't have to risk P2P. A lot of people do not, which is why we have to do a better job of educating people. Again, we don't have to. But like, it would be nice if we did, right?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't, nobody will beat you. But like, it would be nice that we did and just tried a little more to bring people along and tell them about, this other platforms that can help you do your transactions without risking losing your school fees or the money that
without even having to open the app.
Do you understand? It will be the day that landlord is on your neck, then you must pay. That's the day one P2P scammer was scam you for 1 week. A landlord to start threatening eviction.
You're not being dispute for.
Let me read this. It says, I opened the P2P sale order on Bybit since 2nd of last month. This person tweeted on the 15th.
2nd of last month.
And it tweeted on the 15th. So since then, the vendor failed
43 days.
So they've been reviewing the trade for.
It has been in dispute for that long. I mean, the vendor failed to pay, marked the trade as paid, and sent a fake payment screenshot. The trade has been under investigation, and the vendor is quite confident that the appeal will be
another scam. This just reminded me of something. Another very interesting scam is you don't trade with vendors who use PoundPay. Don't. Absolutely don't. Because 2 things. Those people can delete transaction history. The app lets them do that.
Oh, right? Interesting.
Yeah. And then they can do like they're going to send money, take a screenshot, and then cancel it. I think only PoundPay lets them do that. So that's probably what happened to that person. So once you see that I pay from my PoundPay,
cancel
they'll never know.
Or all those weird unknown banks. Because I had an experience with a trader where he marked the transaction as paid. He didn't pay me, obviously, and he went to dispute. And this guy sent a screenshot of the sent transaction, sent a screen recording, and the thing dragged on and on for weeks.
And the thing is, because the Bybit customer service situation thing is automated, they usually don't send a person until you can reach them directly. If it opens a dispute and it just sends a photo with paid written on it, it just stays. It just stays. So for a month, you can just be there struggling, talking to yourself. We'll just ignore you and continue doing other businesses. Just like that. So again, this was like the onus of my conversation with the head of Breet Africa, and I'm thinking, bro, what if I didn't have access to you? Like, what if I couldn't reach you on a day when it was important? What if, I had a surgery and I needed to pay for it and they won't treat me except that, and this is all the money I had in my life. What happens to me in that situation? Then they'll start telling you, we're doing our best. We're trying to make the platform better. That story.
Story doesn't help anyone.
Stories that touch. Because at the end of the day, my money will still be stuck if I didn't have access to you. What about all the people? And there was one time, one guy, he did a trade, he was going to get scammed. He sent it to me. I reached out to him and then I'm like, help me. In like 15 minutes, something that had been stuck for over a week, the guy's money came out. He started saying, thank you, my DMs. I was like, I should send my account number. I want to send me something. I'm like, bro, there's no need. It's my responsibility. I'm an ambassador. You use this platform because of me, Then it happened to him again. Then when it happened again, I had to now ask him, bro, how does this happen twice? I helped him. He got his money out. And then he was like, he's so sorry that it was greed, that he didn't trade with a verified vendor, best practices and all that. That it was 3 naira that he wanted on top of his 9 million naira that put him in this situation. So on the 3 naira per dollar that he will have gotten. Again,
I don't even know how to tell
that's stupidity.
You might think it's extreme stupidity, right? But maybe there's something he wants to buy and the money will not complete if you remove those 3 naira from every single dollar. Do you understand? From every single dollar. He's trying to scoop as much as possible. I don't know. Everybody has different reasons for their greed. But at the end of the day, if we check the people who are getting into these situations, right? Sometimes it's self-inflicted. Because you know what the best practices are. The platforms have paid us a lot of money to teach you what the best practices are and tell you what to not do. But because the option is there, you still do it. So
but then
it's a people problem. The entire problem is the people problem. The people scamming you is a people problem. You scamming yourself is a people problem. You getting in that situation at all is a people problem. It's a you problem.
What about the customer service when you fall into the situation?
That's what I'm saying. Falling inside in the first place is because of people. Maybe the person on the other side or you. Do you understand? Falling at all is a people problem. The fact that the customer service people don't care enough to actually even do their jobs is also a people problem. Because they are people too. We are all people. Innit? I'm a person. The person I'm trading with who's trying to scam me is a person. The person who is supposed to be intermediating with the whole thing is also a person. It's a people problem. But so it's a general Nigerian African problem. We just want to scam each other. As I shake you now, they fear me. I feel one scam you.
Yeah.
You know.
They feel them.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't know. And it's crazy because why should I be wary of my Nigerian brother? That's where, like, do you understand? You don't even know how many times you meet these people in restaurants, in places you hang out at the movies. They look like regular, but they're just defrauding people online.
They don't care about that.
But then, I don't know what the exact problem is with the platforms who actually have alternatives and solutions to this. Are they not advertising enough? Are they not sharing it with people enough? How many times have you passed on mainland and you've seen a platform that offers instant swap? Why? Because they can't advertise its crypto? Is that what the problem is?
Yes, crypto advertising is quite limited in Nigeria. To advertise on crypto...
But you can do it online.
Yeah.
Even on social media, it's very difficult.
Why is it difficult?
Because you almost cannot do it directly.
You can use influencers.
You need to use... Yeah, influencers are there.
Okay.
You need to use even to run some specific ads, platforms will reject you.
Or P2P platforms also can use influencers.
Yeah, we are on the same page. I'm not even arguing with that at all. I'm saying, why are they doing more than the options? Is it because they have more money?
Or you're not just seeing it enough?
Oh, so, fun fact, I don't see adverts in my phone. So for me to have seen an advert, it must have gone far. Do you understand? Somebody would bring it to my attention or people are talking about it on Twitter or something like that's when I would see it. I have never seen one advert break out into my notice from an application that offers instant swaps. Why is that?
Well, advertisers are trying, but then, like I said, most of the time, these ads are quite limited. So
I get you.
They limit their reach a lot.
I just feel like the people who have these solutions could be doing more, helping people know that the solution exists.
Not to self. Let's do more.
Yes, please do more.
We are going to do more.
Do more. I like saying more. Please do more.
Because one of our biggest selling points,
okay,
which I'm going to say is, people, if you go on Trustpilot now, people comment, oh, customer service, oh, this person attended to me and I so much loved it. I feel like these P2P platforms could do a lot better with their customer service because imagine reading something like, oh, I decided to talk about this today. few days ago, a particular vendor marked payment as completed while he didn't send any money. He never sent any message, and neither.
Again, this is not a big deal anymore. Yeah, I'm used to it. It happens to me almost every day. Even before I receive my payment, they'll have marked it. I would not just start praying that, okay, let's hope.
But it didn't end there.
That it gets to me eventually.
It didn't end there. Just look at. He said now when he created a dispute, the Bybit released the access to him. So he had to start waiting. Now, he said, I don't know what document he presented to them. He had to start waiting for this because the automated system, or because like you said, when he sees the screenshots and documents, he awards it to it's like,
it keeps,
now first carry,
yes.
Now go win case. That's like the way the escrow is.
Right.
So if a scammer is smart enough or fast enough, he just does whatever, drops a fake payment proof. And
especially for you people that like to have your phone on DND, you don't see the notifications quickly.
Even if you're too slow and you don't provide evidence,
they'll give you some time to respond, and if you don't respond in that time,
I think it's about 15 minutes. Then from 15 minutes it goes to 3 or 72 hours. Then you start waiting. So imagine someone being in that situation. So I mean, like you said, there has to be more humans in charge
of the customer service. Yes,
but then at the end of the day, we have to also think about the sheer size of a platform like Bybit. The number of transactions that are going. Do you know how much they're transacting every day on P2P on Bybit? We're talking billions. And some of those transactions are 5K, 10K, 3K, 2K. All of that then hands up to several billions of naira. Yeah. So just think about the number of customer service personnel you're going to need to run something like that. They too are human. Like we said, they're tired. They have to sleep. Do you understand? So there's always going to be failures in a system like that, especially when it gets so large and so big, right? But again, when there's alternatives, we can reduce the stress on systems like this. So I'll say a collaborative system where, okay, we acknowledge that this system has done a lot for us for many years, but it's time to wrap it up, right? You're scamming too many people now. You're encouraging certain behaviors that are not industry practices and they're not great. This is another option. This is a new juggernaut that's going to take over from these people. Now, how do we then get more people to use that new solution? I think that's what the conversation should be around. What are we doing as people to try and educate more people to try instant swap platforms as opposed to using P2P?
Yeah, this is one of the platforms you're using to educate people, for people to know better.
How many views does this get on average?
It could get as much as 300k views. That's 300k people.
I'm not saying that it could get as much as... Of course, it can get as much as 3 million. Yeah. What's the average on the Breet pod?
No, of course I can't say.
Oh, you don't know?
I particularly know the average. I don't know the...
Who knows? Do you know? The point I'm trying to make here is that the average is probably not enough because there's too many hundreds of thousands of people doing P2P every day that we need to reach. If you're reaching 3,000 people with this, it's not enough. You need to reach more people. You need to talk to more people. You need to help more people. Many of them don't know they need help, but that's kind of why it's a public service. Help them, please. We're begging.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why we have you here as well. I mean,
that's a lot of responsibility to I'm just a baby, please. Please.
So this entire thing led us to do a research, and this research we are going to publish the report in the coming weeks. So it's going to be a full-on report with case studies, proofs, evidences,
real life
experiences of people and what they are saying. Although there are some certain experiences that we didn't particularly capture because it's just like a test run. But then we also scraped tweets for over 2 years. So
you really had you had this in mind.
Over 20,000 tweets.
Yes. Yeah, we scraped them.
Wow.
Cleaned them. So it's like a full-on report. We are going to publish this, release it, and try to educate people like you.
Do you have a vendetta against one of these platforms?
No, it's not a vendetta. We are just trying to ensure that people know, like you said, there are options. People know what we are not even saying to stop using P2P.
Because you cannot get anybody to stop.
Yeah, so
They'll do what they want.
If you need to use P2P, this is what you need to know. Because from our research, what we found out that vendors that pay without stress, basically,
right,
you need to have 100% or at least 99%. Anything less, because we have traders that had 98%, 97%,
and they were
that misbehaved.
Yeah, and also even for every 6 trades you go into, you get one person that's trying to scam you. And as a instant swap platform, we do instant swap. You can instantly swap your crypto to Naira.
You're not waiting for anything.
Yeah?
You're not waiting for anything.
Exactly, you're not waiting for anything. We need to understand the problems with P2P the problems, real life problems.
That will also give you information on how to advertise better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why we're running the research.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's beautiful that you had the time and the manpower to do that research. It could never be me. Congratulations. But at the same time, again, information, people having access to information and knowing what they have access to is a lot more important than the other stuff. So I would urge us, as we're publishing, let's be hammering it in people's heads that, look, instant swap is an option.
Yeah,
right.
You can get it.
As long as it is plus or minus 50 kobo. Again, 1 naira 50 kobo out of your $3 is not going to kill you. Even if it's less. And in most cases, these prices are usually comparable. By the time you look at what the P2P person is going to remove from your money to eventually release your money to you, it's probably even better to just do an instant swap.
Yeah. But a lot of Nigerians are used to routines. They just find it hard to break habits.
I agree. Habits are we've been struggling with the fact that the price of fuel has gone up by almost 8,000 naira in how many years? We're buying fuel 1 liter for 60 naira just went.
Yeah, 65 naira.
65 naira, 63 naira. Now we're paying almost 1,000, 950, 952.
And we always adapt.
In some places, 930, 920.
I think the cheapest
and
is
we just adapt. We just take it. We don't, so I find Nigerians to be very resilient, but their resilience is now, it's now bordering on being docile. Right?
Yeah.
It's bordering on being docile because so many people have complained about this platform. Everybody will be in the tweet retweeting and quoting and saying they had a bad experience. But tomorrow they'll wake up and still go back and use it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the question.
It's like what's that Stockholm syndrome? I think that's what it's called. When somebody's that's just Nigerians are really good with that stuff. So I'm almost convinced now that you need to treat people badly to get them to be stuck on you. Ultimately, if they are Nigerian, you need to give them bad treatment. Treat them bad.
We don't do that at Breet.
Okay. Anyway. If you say so. if you say so.
All right. So one thing I really wanted to this is a big one, and I would even say this is limited to crypto P2P only.
Okay.
I mean, this is there was a case where, let me read this. So this person tweeted and said, so hackers hacked 8 billion naira from the bank, from a particular Nigerian bank between May and June 2023. It was reported fine and good. Now, the hackers used the money to buy USDT from 5,000 Binance trader, from 500 Binance traders, I beg your pardon. Now, the bank got a court order to put a lien on all banks of the traders involved and even debited some that had their accounts with the particular bank. That was Access Bank at the time, to recoup their hacked money. So there's something called bad naira. I don't know if you've heard of bad naira before. So bad naira is a case where someone sends fraudulent money to your accounts from P2P.
Right.
Like maybe proceeds from fraud, from scam,
Right.
I mean, there was this particular season. It was about from the documents I have here. It said about 8.5 billion naira was stolen from Access Bank at the time. So imagine this amount of money funneled through. I mean, the person was trying to clean the money.
Different, yes.
So obviously, when this money gets,
they didn't clean it well though. They need to come to school. Let's teach them how to. Because that's
money laundering.
No. I'm just saying,
You just said come to school.
Yeah, they should come to school now. Yeah, because education is for free on the internet. I live on the internet, and anybody who has common sense will know that going to buy USDT from 500 Binance traders is not the way to clean 8.5 billion naira that you stole.
Well, then the person bearing the consequences, not the person
See, that's another problem.
Money.
See, now, the people who they are attacking are the people who they cleared the money with. Those ones knew nothing about it. Why are they suffering? That could be an honest business. Maybe that's why we don't even have enough honest P2P vendors anymore. Those 500 could have been honest P2P vendors that eventually had to run out of business because of this situation. They were not part of the people who stole. Why are you coming for them? Why didn't you go for
easy targets?
Do you understand? Low-hanging fruit. It's not their fault. And to the people who did that, there's so many better ways, bro. Come on.
Come to Kagan for lessons on how
not come to Kagan, come to the internet. Not me. I don't know it. I'm innocent, please.
Because this thing happened to a friend of mine. You know him. It happened to.
And by the way, that doesn't mean I'm endorsing theft. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There are better ways. Just please don't put other people in trouble because of your stupidity. You're a thief. I get it. We are not all thieves. Leave people alone.
So this is my friend AK. He just woke up one morning. He couldn't access his account, and was surprised. Like, why can't I access my account? Partner. He just went to the bank. He went to, I think...
Police will arrest him.
He just got there. They said, oh, calm down, hold on a bit.
Yes.
I think it was the EFCC. It was the EFCC.
EFCC will arrest him. Yeah.
At that particular point. And for days, he had no access to anything or anybody. He was just there. For nothing, he had idea, just because he traded on P2P, and they said, he had some bad money in his account.
That's another beautiful...
And he had to provide them.
That's another beautiful thing about being Nigerian. If you don't have any mouth or you're not somebody of note, you are one scandal away from being in serious trouble.
That's valid.
Imagine somebody's child. That's somebody's investment.
Yes, now.
His parents paid a lot of money to send him to school, feed him, clothe him, protect him till he was old enough to have a job and start feeding himself. And you just take that 20-something-year-old man and put him in jail. No explanation, no court order, no lawyer, no informing his family or his wife or his girlfriend, nothing.
No justification.
He's just there.
It's just there.
Because somebody somewhere did transaction and sent money to him that he knew nothing about. But then at the end of the day, is crypto not still illegal in Nigeria?
I'm even confused about...
but technically it's still illegal. So in many ways, right?
But the new tax is... The new tax law is taxing
tax you on cryptocurrencies.
Good luck with that.
Capital tax gains.
I wish... Who is the one taxing? What's the...
I don't know.
FIRS, good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck.
Because it's quite confusing. How do you want to tax something that is illegal?
How do you want to do that? Like, help me understand it. How does that work?
They can't even successfully trace.
See, at the end of the day, now who get money they go tax now? Maybe they said after 800,000 naira. Okay, my monthly salary is 10,000 naira. Good luck to everybody. Please continue with your... I think he didn't pay me. That's what my contract says, so I don't know anything about...
AK was so sad at the time, but he had to be wise. He had to use his sense at the time. He had to... before he got into custody, while he was waiting for them to come and give him the presidential arrest at the bank, he was just there waiting, so he had to transfer everything he had, his crypto, his money. He had to just leave maybe about 20,000 naira left in his account.
Where are you people saying crypto? It's the first time I'm hearing of this.
Oh, really?
What is crypto?
So he had to.
I think it's a newly discovered planet.
Okay. Is it Inaira?
Yeah.
Is it Inaira? Like Inaira, Abi?
Even me, I don't know.
I never used Inaira, dude.
How? How do I use it? No. Actually, that's a genuine question. There's so much bad marketing around it that I don't even know how to use it. Inaira. Okay, how do we use it?
I think even people that created it have no idea on how it's supposed to be used. That's just what I
agree, because I have not had an instance where I've met anyone who spent Inaira.
Yeah, because there's USDT. How is the Inaira supposed to work? Nobody has.
And then there's USDE now, I think.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
I've heard.
It's Bybit that's like pushing it.
Euro.
No, it's just like a more stable. So
USD.
USDC is not very stable. The value changes quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, so USDE is more like the USDT, because a lot of people believe USDT is on the way out and whatnot. Oh, you didn't know that?
Is it really?
USDC has been the go-to for a lot of B2Bs.
Yes.
Especially for larger transactions,
yes.
Right? Yeah, so this is another thing, I guess.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for educating
so much for someone that knows nothing about crypto.
No. I'm just a baby. I don't know anything.
All right, so we're wrapping up now. So taking a look at the P2P research we did and everything, so we've discovered a lot of things. 1 in 6 people are how to scam you, and even if they don't successfully
more than 1 in 6,
at least by the research.
If you're an expert, for beginners can be 5 in 6.
Yes.
So that's another thing. So because we had different levels of experience of people that had to do this thing. So for people that got their money super fast, like in 1 minute or less, we had 99% or 100%. Anything less than 100%, 99%,
you're not gonna.
You are in for it. So all of these things now add up to the part of, okay, what are the best practices to avoid being scammed? What are the best practices to avoid being... I know you've said it again, but it has been in and out of the conversation. I want like straight up.
It's structured.
Yeah, what are the best...
Okay.
Yeah, at least.
The first thing is to only do your transactions with verified vendors. They have to have that verified mark. That's the first thing. The person has to have over 95%. So verified over 95%. If you want to guarantee that you will not be scammed, the person has to have the institution tag on their name. Right, so verified institution over 95%. that's somebody that you can probably trust. And also, read their description. Because I actually just found this one today. It's important that you read their description and make sure they're not telling you I will subtract 2,000 if your money is over 100,000. Read it.
I never cancel.
Read it and check their reviews. Right? Make sure that you're not trading with a catfish. I think if you can do that, ideally, you can stay safe. But my own personal advice, especially if it's important money, school fees money, surgery money, buying car money that is very, very, very pertinent to you, my own personal advice is don't even bother P2P. Right? Just use instant swap. I use my gun and beg you.
But all money is important, isn't it?
No, not all money is important. Though. I told you.
Timely. Let's use the word timely.
Yeah, sometimes timely. Yes.
Okay.
I told you some in the mornings when I have to, before I leave the house, I do a P2P transaction just to have some cash. That's not necessarily cash I will spend, but if I do spend it, great. So it's not important. If that one is stuck with P2P for 1 month, I wouldn't care. But I have not had money stuck for more than a couple of hours before.
I think you also mentioned something about certain bank accounts.
Yeah.
Like for things to look out for. You mentioned
yes. Avoid anybody using PalmPay.
I think so.
That one is not necessarily a best practice. It's just something that I've noticed, right? And then anybody who's like an OG P2P transactor will tell you that, okay, I don't do business with people who use PalmPay. They can be not necessarily a must. They may not be frauds, right? But they have the options. Like they have the technology to steal from you. So you have to be super careful with those types of people.
I think I also noticed these people that consistently put rates that are higher than normal.
Yes.
They use particular banks like maybe Jai's Bank.
Some people use banks that
those are definitely fraudulent.
They just use banks that are not so popular that I don't know, maybe they have some.
They are definitely fraudulent. And I also think many of those are probably being used to launder money.
Or use it to probably affect the market price. Maybe to...
Well, I mean, there was a time when Tinubu accused the people on the Binance platform of affecting the rate of the Naira. Because
I think that's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing, actually. If there are bad actors who want to affect the country or want to affect our foreign policy, it's a way that they can threaten us. And that's probably why there's Jay's Bank, because it has a connection to... I don't want to say it, but... Figure it out yourself. Before I'm targeted, enjoy Daku.
So before we wrap up, there was this particular one I actually noticed at a particular time. I've noticed it on Paxful and KuCoin. I don't know if other platforms, but Paxful and KuCoin particularly. So when you're trying to trade and you open a transaction, and particularly when you see, this is for greedy people, when you see a rate that is higher than the usual rate. So when you click on it, and by the time you try to maybe get your authentication code or do something else, within, say, 3 to 5 seconds,
change it.
The rate refreshes and goes... Maybe the going rate in the market is about 1,005. And you see a rate about 1,006 or 1,007. And you open it. Or maybe even 1,550. And you open it and try to trade. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you genuinely do not know, for beginners or a greedy, experienced person.
Yes.
So you open this thing and you start the trade. And by the time you try to copy a code or just kickstart everything, it just goes back to 1,002. And you may not see it. It just goes, because from that point where you put your authentication or anything,
because those platforms are probably the only ones that they can do that.
Yeah.
That's why it is very rampant there. So you can't really change the price anymore once you open the trade on.
Even if the price changes. Even if the price changes, it notifies you.
It notifies Bybit, you can't even change the price.
Sometimes
refreshes. When the price wants to refresh and you're about to open a trade, it will tell you that you have to go and look for another person to do business, because it will tell you the price has changed.
So you're not going to let them. This on Paxful and KuCoin. The rate is just going to drop. So
two platforms I've never used in my life.
So
same here.
It came from 1,005 to maybe around 1,002, and
that's next level theft.
So you will not see it if you are not
paying attention.
You are not paying. You will just see that. What's happening here?
I was telling you at the beginning of the podcast why Monopoly is important. Okay, I'll tell you how somebody has used this to scam me on Monopoly before when I wasn't paying attention. So on Monopoly, there's this rule where if you want to build on a house that you buy, you have to own the entire street.
Yeah.
Usually streets are 3 houses or 2 houses, depending on the value of the same color. Now, great. We have been going back and forth, me and this person, trying to exchange houses so that I could build and he could build. And we have tried to trade 15 times. We didn't agree with each other. Then the moment he noticed that I was taking time before I rolled my dice, I wasn't paying attention, he offered me the trade that looked like what I wanted, but he only offered me 1 out of 2 that I needed. And because I thought, he has finally caved, I just accepted it. It was a moment later that I said, wait.
You don't
I
have
gave him everything. I gave him everything he wanted. I didn't get everything I wanted. That's what those people are banking on. The fact that you're not
paying attention.
So once you're not paying attention, that's why I said you need to go and learn Monopoly and actually play it.
And work on it.
Yes, it's a game that encompasses so many things in business.
So again, so like you said, alternatives are there for you. If you're a beginner, and this thing can affect you as a beginner. I mean, you don't know your way around the platform. You just open an app. You are trying P2P for the first time, second time, and you say, "Oh, this rate is quite good." Then you fall for it, and maybe you're supposed to get the 1,500 is supposed to give you 15,000, or 150,000. You're getting 20,000. Then you are not crying more
money that I wanted to use to buy rice and beans.
It's not no longer complete. You are now crying. You will not find that I could do this thing. So as a beginner, there are platforms you can use. There's Breet. Breet is fast. The rates are very competitive. I mean, you can go on Breet and you check it out. You can compare the rates yourself. I don't have to say it. You can compare the rates to the favorite P2P platforms that they're out there. Check out the rates. Check out the speed. And like I said, our customer service is one of
it's the best
marketable.
It's the best.
I mean, you see people answering you instantly, like you are chatting with someone.
I can see you looking at us.
I cannot speak on the subject, but I'm learning from the people who actually know about it. So
the customer service replies you in minutes, and you don't have to speak with robots. That's the best
I really hope one day I get a chance to actually test this customer service. It's exactly what you said.
You should.
Right? I am looking forward to that day, because if it's not, what's your handle? I will call you out.
You should.
I will drag you.
I will send you. I will send. Don't worry, just try it out.
I will drag you, bro. I go to drag
out.
Make I just. In fact, I will do mistake on the trade on purpose. Then I will now contact the customer service and see if. My bro. Have you seen me dragging people online?
I've seen you dragging people.
Okay. So you know I'm dangerous.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you. I know you. Like you said, you are vindictive. So
extremely.
So you can.
I think you sometimes do it for fun.
I always do it for fun. It's not sometimes.
I can tell.
It's always.
So that's just the thing. So Breet has excellent customer service. And then you don't have to fear bad naira. Oh, someone is sending you P2P money and you are landing at.
I mean, it can't even be bad naira because it's not coming from another.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's coming directly from us, and of course you are certain you are getting the best deal. So that's it. P2P is good, but it can be better.
The humans behind it.
Deep, sharp.
P2P is good, but it can be better. And again, like everyone has said here on this podcast, P2P is just a platform. Humans,
it's a system.
Yeah, humans are humans.
Yes.
We have bad humans, we have good humans, and anytime you have to rely on human, you never know who you are meeting. It could be someone bad, it could be
especially a Nigerian human. Especially.
So it could be someone that is out to frustrate you and make your entire day miserable. And I mean, you don't have to bank on that, especially if you are trading big funds. You need to get your money out instantly, the safest way possible, without having to go and call someone in the bank. So that's just it. So anything else to say from your ends?
I'm good.
I mean, I've already signed out.
All right. So this has been Breetpod, brought to you by Breet App. Like I said, number 1 OTC trading platform in Africa. We're in Nigeria, we're in Ghana, and we're expanding. So
beautiful.
Keep trading with Breet, keep having fun, and Merry Christmas in advance.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was fun. That was actually good.
Yeah, it was.